Welcome to Foundations of Education, EDU 216. I will be your instructor, Nicole Miller. I've been an adjunct faculty with NC Community College System since 2017. Adjunct is just a fancy word for part-time. I also work full-time as a program coordinator for Frankie Lemon School, which is a developmental day preschool in Raleigh. I have my undergrad in child development and my graduate degree in special education, and I have teaching licenses that cover birth through kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade for special ed. And in my professional experiences, I've worked with children, families, teachers, and administrators for about 17 years. And in my personal life, I have 3 wild and wonderful boys. So about this course, the Foundations of Education is an introduction. So it's an opportunity for you to explore the essential elements that shape the field of education. So there's so much to know about education, and this is not the class where you're going to get to go in depth into any one thing. We're going to look at lots of information. So whether you're just starting out in your interest in wanting to become a teacher, or you're looking at possibly changing your career, or you know for sure that you want to be a teacher, this is a really great class for just getting a big overview of all the different components that can impact schools and teaching and learning. So we'll look at historical, philosophical, sociological, and legal foundations of education. You'll gain some insight into how schools have evolved over time, how different philosophies influence teaching practices, how societal factors impact educational opportunities, and the legal responsibilities that educators hold. We will also explore key contemporary issues that are affecting today's classrooms, such as equity and inclusion, curriculum debates, standardized testing, and the role of technology in education. Our goal is not to become experts, as I said, in any one area, but to have a strong, informed foundation that you can use as you continue growing as a professional educator. So class is really your first step in getting to know what it means to teach, why education systems function the way they do, and how you can start to shape your own philosophy of education. So I look forward to helping you develop this knowledge base and perspective so that you can be a thoughtful, reflective, and informed educator. So the student learning outcomes are posted here, and they are also available in your syllabus. And we talked a lot about these, sort of in what to expect about the class. So some things to know about how the course is designed. We are online completely, so you are responsible for reading and reviewing all of the content that's provided and then completing your assignments online in our learning management system, which is Brightspace. All of the course content will be organized by weekly module, and each week will begin on Thursday and end the following Wednesday, with weekly assignments due by Wednesday. And this is a department policy for 200 level classes, so we are a 200 level class. We are asynchronous, so you can log in and complete the work whenever it works best for your schedule. You don't have to be logged in at a very specific time. And we are going to cover the full 48 content hours in 8 weeks. So expect to spend about 6 hours a week completing assignments online and doing the reading and research. And then you might want to just have a plan for a couple of more hours each week for the bigger projects and assignments that you'll be doing. So it's important to be actively participating online to count for attendance. So how we do this in our course is through the discussion with your peers. So making sure that you are posting each week in the discussion board and then also responding and interacting with peers. And I ask that you interact with at least 2 other people in the class. You are welcome to interact with as many as you'd like. The more people participate in the discussion board, the more interesting it is. All of your assignments do need to be submitted in Brightspace in order to be counted. So anything submitted outside of that cannot be used for grading. So don't email me your assignments. If you need help with the technology piece, we can find a way to do that. To get started with the class, you're going to complete the enrollment verification activity. And until you've done that, you won't be able to see any other pieces of the class. So just know you want to go through the orientation information and get that enrollment verification activity completed as soon as possible so that you can get started with Module 1. And it does need to be done before May 27th. And then again, the weekly assignments are due by Wednesdays. And some of the bigger assignments will have a longer time period, and that'll be posted in the course schedule, which is provided in the syllabus and then also within Brightspace. So, completing assignments, the effort you put in as a student is what you will get from the course as far as value goes. So, I am not interested in what you can copy and paste from any kind of technology search. I really want to know what you know and understand about the content we're talking about. And it's important because in this field, you're dealing with people all day, every day. And in a job interview or working in a school, you're not going to be able to stop and check ChatGPT before you can answer someone. So you really do need to have a foundation and a base of knowledge that you can pull from and be able to respond appropriately and often instantly. And I recognize how amazing technology is, and AI is doing some incredible things. You do have the option to use it as a tool. Just remember, you have got to check what you pull because it doesn't always get it exactly right. And you also need to create a citation for any work that uses information pulled from anyone else. So whether that's ChatGPT or an article that you found, you always want to make sure that you cite your sources. Okay, and then for submitting assignments, just make sure you're checking the instructions that are provided. Discussions will get typed directly into the post, the thread for posting. And if you want to type into a document, you can do that. Just make sure you copy and paste it into the thread so that it's easier for everyone to see. And when you reply to peers, don't check the box to include the original post. It makes the discussion board really long and complicated to move through. So just post your thoughts. And then any kind of reflections and other written assignments will be uploaded as an attachment. And Brightspace allows lots of different file types. So there's a list there, and you can see it when you go to submit your work as well. And just make sure you click that submit button once you are finished so it gets turned in. And there is a comment box provided, and you only need to add a note if there's something you need to tell me, but it's not required, it's optional. And late work policy. Late assignments are accepted all the way up until the end of the course. Just know that if you turn something in late, there is a 10-point deduction for missing the deadline. And if there's something that you're dealing with and you need help, please just reach out. I'm here to support you. So grading and feedback, we are going to have a weighted grade. So the discussion boards will count as 30%, your reflection journals will count as 30%, and then the larger signature assignments will count as 40%. And those are listed there. So we'll do some bigger pieces that allow you to take what you're learning and actually apply the information. And I do my best to grade assignments within 2 weeks from the due date. I try to do them more quickly so you get the information faster. But just know that with as many students that are in the course, it may take up to 2 weeks. But just be sure you're checking your grades. And if I leave any feedback notes for you, you're always welcome to edit assignments and submit them if you want to change your grade. Or if you have any questions about specific feedback, please let me know. And we can always meet through video chat to discuss any questions or concerns you have. So finally, contacting me, I am here to assist you and I want everyone to be successful. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Email is the best way to reach me. So my email is posted all over the course. Just keep in mind when you send an email, I am a part-time instructor. I have a family. I have a full-time job. So as much as you are important to me and I want to get back to you as fast as possible, it could take me up to 2 days. I do try to respond more quickly than that. And then in the yellow box, you'll see just some guidelines. So anytime you email an instructor, you really want to make sure you're being professional and providing the information that's needed so they can respond to you quickly. So make sure you're using your college email account. In your subject line, put the course name, include a greeting. We are people too. Explain your issue or your question or your concern. If it's a technology thing, you can add screenshots. That could help. So that just gives us the information we need to be able to respond to you as quickly as possible. All right, I look forward to working with you.